full list. Nigeria ranks 36th in global corruption index alongside Uganda, Iraq, Mexico. I repeat, Nigeria ranks 36th in global corruption index alongside Uganda, Iraq, and Mexico. My people, according to World Index in terms of rating, I'm not talking about corruption, they're talking about integrity. Biafra is now ranked above Nigeria in all ramifications. You see, what I said yesterday in one of my videos is really what is happening. The last time the World Index checked the most corrupted president in the whole world, the president of the zoo, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, came third. Now another rating from World Index, and those are the only people who have right and no fear to do all these things. Let Nigeria Media House try this. My brother, they will shut that media house indefinitely. So as you can see, the disintegration of Nigeria is the rebirth of a new nation called United States of Biafra. And that is where we all stand. You are not going to die. I am not going to die. All of us are going to live to see the manifestation of this great nation, Biafra nation. And that's how it's supposed to be. So Nigeria is dying every day by day. It pains me much that some Igbos who are still agitating for one Nigeria, one nation, one freedom, are not seeing all these things coming. Oge may have Vamnanya, according to ndị na-ekpe ekpere, say oge may have Vamnanya. Oge may have Vamnanya, mgbe Biafra ga-enwere onwe ha, oge may have Vamnanya. It will do them like a magic when Biafra will regain its sovereignty as a sovereign nation. Senate North Police over 3,907 missing assault rifles. When we come out and tell you that Nigeria is a country who is supporting terrorism, don't forget, the last time Edward Buba, who is the media director of the defense headquarters, he made a comment that most of the assault rifles that the so-called terrorists in the northeast, northwest, and north central are using is from their coffers, is from the military coffers. What does that tell you? It tells you that Nigeria is supporting and abetting terrorism. In fact, if you are coming in Africa, the center of terrorists is Nigeria now, as I'm talking to you now. From the current rating, the center of anything that got to do with terrorists is in Nigeria. They have Urukalawa, they have ISIS, they have ISWAP, they have Boko Haram. Any kind of terrorist is in this country. Who are sponsoring them? The government officials, including Asorok, sponsoring terrorism. So why their rifle will not be missing? All the missing rifles have been found in the hands of terrorists, both in the north, in the west, and in the south. Abba Kyari was my raid in Kuje prison. Binance executive shares survival story. Stop talking when I'm talking, Nnamdi Kanu angrily tells his lawyers in court. I am not involved in the arrest of Ohaneze youth leader, Governor Francis Nwifuru. My people, make on a like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. Okute is coming back. Let us read the news. Corruption Index. A leading global anti-corruption watchdog, Transparency International, has placed Nigeria as the 36th most corrupt country in the world in its 2024 Corruption Perception Index, CPI. Nigeria News gathered that Nigeria shares this ranking with Uganda, Mexico, Madagascar, Iraq, and Cameroon, each scoring 26 points on the index. The CPI, released on Tuesday, assesses perceived corruption levels in 180 countries and territories, scoring them on a scale from 0, highly corrupt, to 100 level, clean. Denmark leads as a least country corrupt. They leads as least country that have corruption, or rather that entertain corruption. Denmark topped the list as the world's least corrupt country, scoring 90 points. Finland followed in second place with 88 points, while Singapore secured the third spot with 84 points. So Finland is this good, and they are toying the way of Nigeria to destroy their country and their economy. No problem, we are watching. The top cleanest nations were predominantly European, with no African country making the list. However, Cape Verde emerged as Africa's least corrupt country, ranking 35th globally with 62 points. At the bottom of the index, South Sudan, Somalia, and Venezuela were identified as the most corrupt nations in 2024. Corruption remains a global challenge. Commenting on the findings, Transparency International Chair Francois Valera emphasized the ongoing battle against corruption worldwide. The 2024 Corruption Perception Index shows that corruption is a dangerous problem in every part of the world, but change for the better is happening in many countries, Valeria stated. He also highlighted corruption's impact on global effort to combat climate change. Research also reveals that corruption is a major threat to climate action. It hinders progress in reducing emissions and adapting to the unavoidable effects of global heating. Valeria further pointed out that while 32 countries have significantly improved their corruption standing since 2012, progress remains slow. While 32 countries have significantly reduced their corruption levels since 2012, there is still a huge amount of work to be done. 148 countries have stayed stagnant or gotten worse during the same period, which Nigeria falls into. The global average of 43 has also stood still for years, while over two-thirds of countries score below 50. Billions of people live in countries where corruption destroys lives and undermines human rights, he added. The full list is below. Corruption Perception Index. Corruption Perception Index. Let us read it one after the other. Score, country and rank. Denmark score 90, while their rank is number 1. We are talking about the most cleanest out of a kind of a corruption list. Number 2 is Finland, 88 points. Number 3, Singapore, 84 points. New Zealand. Number 4, with 83 points. Luxembourg, 5 with 81 points. Norway, 5 with 81 points. Switzerland, 5 with 81 points. Sweden, 8 with 80 points. Netherlands, 9 with 78 points. Belgium, 22 with 69 points. Barbados, 68. United Arab Emirates, 68. Austria, 67. And so on and so forth. We're not going to be reading this, but I've already known the countries that are most corrupted and the ones that are not corrupted. So your country, if you are a Nigerian, you are number 36 in the most corrupted country in the whole world. Senate knocks police over 3,907 missing assault rifles. The Senate came down heavily on the Nigerian police force at the National Assembly complex over 3,907 missing assault rifles, as revealed in the 2020 report by the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation, AUGF. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetoku, apologized to the Senate Committee on Public Accounts for failing to honor previous invitations to explain queries raised against the police regarding alleged financial infractions in the 2019 audit report. After his apology and oath-taking, Egbetoku nominated Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG, in charge of public accounts and budget, Suleiman Abdul, to respond to the 8 queries issued against the police. by the Auditor General's office. The committee, chaired by its deputy chairman, Senator Peter Nwa Ebonyi, APC Ebonyi North, vacated the first query, which concerned 1.136 billion naira in contract splitting, and stood down the second, which related to the alleged non-execution of a 925 million naira contract. However, it sustained the third query regarding the alleged disappearance of 3,907 assault rifles, many of which were AK-47s. Trouble arose for the police when a representative of the Auditor General read the query aloud to committee members and AIG Suleiman Abdul, according to the 2019 audit report as of January 2020. A total of 3,907 assault rifles were unaccounted for. Where are all these guns? According to the Auditor General's representatives, the total number of lost firearms as of December 2018 stood at 178,459, of which 88,078 were AK-47 rifles. However, as of January 2020, based on a thorough audit, 3,907 assault rifles and pistols across different police formations could not be accounted for. He further broke down the missing firearms as follows: 601 from 15 training institutions, 42 from 23 police formations, 1,514 from 37 police commands, 29 from Zone 1 to 12, and 1,721 from the Police Mobile Force, Units 1 to 68. Acted by the report, committee members bombarded the police team with questions about why the queries had remained unanswered for so long. In response, neither AIG Suleiman Abdul nor any of his lieutenants could provide the committee with a convincing explanation for the missing 3,907 assault rifles. Apparently, overwhelmed by the barrage of questions, AIG Abdul requested a closed-door season, but the majority of the committee members, including Deputy Chairman Nwebonyi, Senator Adams Oshomole, and Senator Joel Onawakpo Thomas, rejected the request. Rejecting the request outright, Senator Nwebonyi stated, "This is a public accounts committee that has no room for closed-door session. In the United States of America, proceedings of public accounts committees are televised live, so whatever response the AIG wants to give on the missing assault rifles should be made in full view of everyone, particularly journalists." Senator Shomole also rejected the request, saying the police are known for arresting and parading thieves of rats and rabbits, so we expect the same level of diligence regarding the missing assault rifles. The AIG should let Nigerians know what steps the police have taken over the years concerning the missing rifles, who was involved, and the extent of any recoveries made so far. In his feeble response, the AIG Abdul could only account for 15 out of the 3,907 missing rifles, 14 of which he claimed were lost when personnel were killed in active services, while one went missing in 1998. This response further infuriated the committee members. For a soft landing, the committee resolved that the AIG and his team should return with a more thorough response to the query, stating that the matter would not be swept under the carpet. The committee consequently directed them to reappear on Monday next week at 12 noon and suspended consideration of the remaining 5 queries. Stop talking. When I'm talking, Nnamdi Kanu shuns his lawyer who don't know left from the right. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has captured in an angry mode on Monday as he snapped at one of his lawyers. The IPOB leader angrily ordered the lawyer to keep short. The video, which has gone viral on social media, captured the dramatic moment Nnamdi Kanu furiously lashed out at his lawyer while addressing the media within the court premises. "Stop talking when I'm talking," Kanu angrily said to one of his lawyers in the team. Meanwhile, the Federal High Court judge in Abuja, presided over by Injustice Binta Iyako, has adjourned the trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, indefinitely. Nigerians report that Iyako adjourned the suit on Monday, following Kanu's insistence that the judge cannot preside over his case since she had recused herself. Recall that Kanu's trial was put on hold after Justice Iyako recused herself from the case on September 24 of 2024, following the defendant's oral request. The IPOB leader had openly expressed his lack of confidence in her handling of the matter. However, the Chief Justice of the Federal High Court, John Sehu, overruled the recusal, stating that Kanu's request must be formally submitted through a motion on notice. As a result, the case file was returned to Justice Iyako for further proceedings. I am not involved in the arrest of Ohanaeze youth leader, Governor Nwifuru. The governor of Ebonyi State, Francis Nwifuru, has denied claims that he is responsible for the arrest and investigation of President of Ohanaeze Youth Council, Igboayaka, by the Nigerian Police Force in Imo State. Nwifuru noted that he is committed to protecting the rights of all Ebonyans, including those who express concerns about security matters. Speaking via statement by his chief press secretary, Monday Uzo, the governor said that the arrest followed unfortunate attack on Amebu Nkalaha in Isheru local government area, which claimed many lives and properties. He explained that it is his role as a governor to collaborate with security agencies to protect lives and property and not to interfere in law enforcement procedures. Let me categorically state that the governor Nwifuru has no involvement in any of such arrests for police action against Comrade Igboayaka. As the chief security officer of Ebonyi State, Governor Nwifuru remains committed to upholding justice, ensuring peace, and protecting the rights of all Ebonyans, including those who express concerns about security matters. It is important to clarify that the role of the governor is to collaborate with security agencies to safeguard lives and property, not to interfere in law enforcement procedures, Uzo said. He added that intelligence at the disposal of the state government does not in any ways show that Igboayaka works with the Nigerian Intelligence Agency, nor for the Department of State Service, to be armed with such intelligence that threatens internal security. Rather, the statement noted that Igboayaka is a social deviant running a factional arms of the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohanaeze Ndafonja. Any arrest or investigation by the Nigerian police is purely within the jurisdiction of the security agencies, independent of any influence from the governor, the statement said. Governor Nwifuru strongly condemned the attack on Amebu Nkalaha and pledged to remain focused on ensuring that the perpetrators are brought to justice. Uzo said the governor is working closely with security agencies to enhance proactive measures that will prevent further attacks in the community. So these are other headlines that I have read this morning. I am sure that I'm able to convince you, but not to confuse you, that Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is a goner. That's how one understands now. And that's what it takes me. So my wonderful people, make gonna continue the patronize us by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing for more intelligence coming to your doorstep. Because now the thing we will done sign say we're going to do for now every now and then. So have a nice day. May the good Lord continue to bless us. Okay, Messiano.